All right, today I'd like to talk about the HDP50 Carbine that I made. I'll show you how it goes together, and I'd also like to talk about the extended magazine tube that I made. Basically, we got the HDP50 that fits into this Umarex tack frame, and I've connected a high pressure air bottle at the back end, got an extended barrel, and I made this 18 round extended magazine tube. Let's tear it down first. All right, so I'm not going to open up the HDP50, but I've done a few modifications to the pistol. I did remove the valve block that increases the power. I installed a Home Defense 24 tuning barrel, and I do have one of Gregorio Mara's printed detents also in here. And I've also got a neodymium magnet that I use as a magnetic detent. I run steel ammo, so I can use a magnetic detent. At the back, I've got a Home Defense 24 buttstock adapter. At the front, I have modified it by cutting off the front tip of where the slide is so that the magazine tube is actually open. I don't know if you can see that, but there's an open hole at the front of the pistol. I have one of John Wixon's punch buttons. Very nice work on that. At the back here, I've also drilled a hole through the plastic frame, the plastic case, and that is so that I can put a pin through there to hold the HDP50 inside of the tack frame. As I say, this is made by Umarex. It's called the tack frame, TAC, and it's made to fit a variety of Umarex BB pistols, and it does also fit the HDP50 with some small modifications. Things I've done here are drilled out a larger hole at the top so that the barrel can go through. I drilled out a hole below it for the extended magazine tube. At the back, I cut a large circular hole for the HPA bottle. And this does come with a folding stock that's attached right here, which I had to cut off in order to fit the HPA bottle. But the bottle acts as a shoulder stock anyway, but of course it doesn't fold. So let's go ahead and slip the HDP50 in. And the Picatinny rail underneath slides into a recess at the front. We'll take care of that. Then I'll stick on the this is 2 pieces of the sniper barrel extensions from Home Defense 24, and they are designed to match up with the tuning barrel. So we just stick this at the front, and I'm going to screw it on. There we go. I'll just screw it in all the way. There it is. All right. And I mentioned the hole that I drilled through. That's to accept this pin that goes through the tack frame all the way through to the other side. And then there's this little locking pin. So now the HDP50 is really locked in here really well. It doesn't shake or rattle, and it's in there very good, very tight. And then we have the extended magazine tube that I made. This is just a piece of copper, half-inch copper piping for plumbing, basically, half-inch copper tube. And I made this, I 3D printed this block to help locate and secure the tube against the barrel. There's another hole in here, and it just slides on, goes into that hole, slides all the way down, and so that it locks it against the barrel. And then I have the handguard at the front, and I slide this over this rail, pull this down, and this really locks this in place very nicely. It's a friction fit, but it's very tight, very secure. And then I have spring. So this is the stock follower, which I did have to cut off the little finger tab from the follower. And then I bought this 12-inch spring from AliExpress. It's the same thickness spring and the same diameter spring as stock. It's just that it's 12 inches long. And then I made this little plug for the end that goes in the end of the magazine tube. I'll just slip it in here. So basically what you would do is you would load your balls, you put 18 balls in here, and then follow up by this spring, and you compress the spring, and then this gets locked in there just like that with this little tab that I made on here. The spring is much harder to compress when you've got 18 balls in here, but it can be done. Then I have this. This is another Home Defense 24 extension, which I shoved into this fake silencer that I printed. The barrel extension goes up to about here, about halfway in. And this just, I'll screw on to the very end. Okay. And then we have the, I have this, this ASA on off. So this twists like this, and it controls the airflow out of the bottle. You can turn it off or turn it on. This is made by Vulcan. Again, it's an ASA on off. So I'll just screw this into the Home Defense 24 buttstock adapter. And then the bottle. So this is a 13 CI HPA bottle. It's made by Ninja, and I do have one of their Pro V2 regulators on it. I really like the regulator. It's adjustable for pressure output. Right now I have it set to its maximum of 1100 psi. And then I also really like this buttstock cover that goes over top of the bottle. This is from First Strike. It's called a floating buttstock, and you can adjust it for length using this guide rail that you use double-sided tape to just stick it to the side of your bottle. So you can adjust it all the way out or all the way in. And then we just screw that in. Okay. And then on the top rail here of the Umarex tack frame. There's a Picatinny that goes all the way along its length. What you choose to put up here is your own business. I like to use, I have a green laser flashlight that I have up front, and then I have this set of iron sights. There we go. That I have the iron sights mounted to this riser, and I did this. I found that these were a little low, so I mounted them to this riser. It really gives me a good cheek position and sight line. Plus, if they were any lower, they would interfere with this flashlight up front. That's basically everything put together. I power tested this. It is putting out 90 joules of energy. Now, remember, I am running an 1100 PSI bottle at the back end here, and the barrel, you know, from here to here, it's a fairly long barrel. I think it's roughly 15 inches or so. And of course the valve block has been removed from the HDP50. So 90 joules of energy is plenty for me. I don't have any desire to go any higher than that. In fact, it might drop the pressure output on the bottle down a little bit, but I certainly can get all 18 shots out of one fully charged bottle, so that's not a problem, even at 1100 PSI. And that's basically it. I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.